It was really mesmerizing. It was like staring into some other world. And the more I looked at it, the more I found. Hi, I'm Scott Teslov, and this is how I discovered a fractal. This may be the first time, actually, that a mathematical discovery has been minted as an NFT. So I'm an artist, a musician, and actually a physicist and mathematician by trade. I was working as a math and physics teacher at an international school in Switzerland. And in the evenings, I would drive through these beautiful mountains. And every night I was coming home to work on projects and artwork and research. I'd come across this interesting fact by a researcher named Odom that found something not very long ago, surprisingly recently, about how you can find the golden ratio inside of a circle using an equilateral triangle. I was playing around with this, and I noticed that you could start to make some triangles that had a golden ratio proportions. You know, the golden ratio is this really unique mathematical constant that has all these special properties to it, and it creates beautiful geometries. I noticed that, well, maybe if you could fill up a circle with these triangles, then you could relate the golden ratio to another important constant, pi. It didn't end up working out, but instead of just giving up on that, I kept playing around with the software I was using, and then suddenly I started to see something really interesting. It was like these triangles were going off into the distance, as if I were staring into some abstract world. It was really mesmerizing. And the more I played with it, I realized that this was something actually really special. It turned out to be a fractal. A fractal is a geometry that features self-similar copies of itself. It was amazing, and I was sure that somebody must have known about this before, but I looked all over it. I dug deeply doing research, and I couldn't find anything about this. It turned out to have all these amazing features. It's actually the first fractal to contain naturally all of the Fibonacci words, which are some really interesting structures. It contains some very impressive mathematical identities between the golden ratio and Fibonacci numbers. It even has applications in number theory. But one of the most amazing things about it is that behind the scenes, there's this whole mathematical world. It features a number system called the finary number system. It's basically a number system like binary, but based on the golden ratio. Yeah, you can use it to prove that the finary integers have a triple parity, meaning it doesn't just have even and odd numbers, it has a third thing, which I thought was odder than odd, so I called it curious. What's weird is that this is like a window into that world, where instead of the grid of numbers that you would have, in grade school, and you do the X and Y axes with integers, in this world, you don't have all those natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You have these finary numbers that create this weird grid. There actually is a structure to it, but it never repeats. And standing in these grid lines are these pyramids. Not only that, you can turn them into octahedra. It's like a double pyramid with 8 triangular faces. And it's the symbol of the Ethereum cryptocurrency logo. It's amazing because in this image, you actually see an infinite number of these octahedra. And they are so perfectly aligned that there are no gaps or overlaps between them, as seen from this mysterious observer who kind of photographed this scene. It's just an amazing mathematical possibility that you can even create such a scenario. So it's exciting to release these images as my first NFTs. This may be the first time actually that a mathematical discovery has been minted as an NFT. They're really beautiful, and I think it's cool that it's related to the Ethereum cryptocurrency. So that is a running theme in the series that I'm releasing called Endless Ether. It would be awesome if I could go back in time and buy, Sierpinski's Triangle or the Mandelbrot set when it was first discovered. And now somebody can have an opportunity like that. Whoever collects them, I hope you enjoy them as much as I do.